You're,
Hi everyone, as you probably know by now, my name is Natasha. Today I'll be talking about youth participation in sports. Just as an overview, we're going to go over why we need our youth to participate in sports, how we can get them to do that, and also the future of our children as they participate in more sports. Just to start us off, how many of you have ever played a sport or have a kid who plays a sport currently? Okay, good. So majority of us are familiar with what it's like to play a sport and and have experienced, the impact it can have on one's life. In Los Angeles, California, last year, the LA 84 Foundation gave $500,000 to a youth sports camp in an effort to increase the youth impact in sports. So society has obviously realized how important it is donating thousands of dollars of money into getting the youth to be more active and participating in sports. And parents and kids also need to realize the importance of this. I just have a short video to show you guys on how kids view their participation in sports.
You should play sports. It's really fun. It's really active, and you should try it. If they don't try it, they'll never see if they'll enjoy it at all. And sports are a really good thing for you. They're really helping you enjoy and get socialized with other kids, and just using teamwork to make yourself better at sports or whatever sport you want to do.
If you do sports, you'll feel better about yourself, like happy and more active and stuff like that. So yeah.
Those are some very insightful kids. Alright, so what I'm going to talk about today is the physical impact that sports have on kids, the impact it has on their mental well-being, and also the fact that it teaches very valuable life lessons. So first we need to realize the importance of the physical well-being that sports can have on kids, the impact. Participation in sports has been shown to decrease childhood obesity, and as we may know, childhood obesity is a factor that is very popular and has been very out in front in the open in today's society in America. Obesity causes low self-esteem, depression in kids, many other physical and physiological problems that we need to solve. In fact, 1 in 3 kids today between the ages of 2 and 19 are considered obese. Participation in sports greatly decreases this and decreases the number of obese children that are in today's society. Participating in sports can also increase stamina and overall health. It decreases health problems such as high blood pressure, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and this is something that we don't want our kids to suffer through, and putting them in sports will definitely decrease these outcomes. Not only does it increase a child's physical well-being, it also increases their mental well-being. It decreases depression, anxiety, stress. If any of you have ever worked out, you know the feeling you get when you're done working out. You feel great, you feel happy, you want to go be more active, do more things. It also works the same for kids. It releases endorphins, it makes them happy, and releases the stresses that they may have in their lives. Not only does it decrease these negative mental aspects, it increases their self-esteem and their self-worth. Being part of a team makes a kid feel involved, feel part of a team, make friends, learn how to interact with other children. And it doesn't actually matter, a study has found, it doesn't actually matter how good your kid is at a sport, as long as they're playing. They have a better sense of self-esteem than a kid who does not even play a sport at all. So now that we've seen the influence that playing sports has on the physical and mental well-being, it also teaches kids very, very valuable life lessons and values that they can carry with them throughout their lives. Through my personal experience, playing a sport has taught me teamwork, communication, time management skills, dedication, commitment, various other valuable things that I've brought into my life. These can be used at school, at the workplace, in your everyday life. It also helps with success at school. In a study done in Portland, Oregon, they found that students who participated in sports actually had grades 8.8% higher than kids who did not play sports. And it also helps keep kids out of trouble. Obviously, if you're playing a sport, you go to practice, you go outside and play with your friends, you're concentrating on being good at that sport, you have less idle time, therefore less time to misbehave and be involved in crimes and other criminal activities. As I mentioned earlier, it also helps with sociability. Skill and Asteris are two researchers, and they found that one of the main reasons that kids play sports are because it's fun and because they get to be with their friends and be sociable and make new friends at the same time. Now, how do we incorporate sports into kids' lives? As some of you may know, Michelle Obama has started the Let's Move initiative, and she asks kids to do 60 minutes of play a day, 5 out of 7 days of the week, for 6 out of 8 weeks, and this will help kids have a more active lifestyle and learn to be more active in their everyday lives. She uses professional sports players from football, soccer, baseball, and helps them to gain popularity for the Let's Move initiative and also to get kids more interested in playing different types of sports. Sports leagues and camps are now starting at really, really young ages. I know when I started playing softball, well, t-ball I guess it was, I started when I was 5 years old. Now, a bunch of my friends who I know, they play sports here at Rider, and they started playing when they were 3. Now, I mean, you can barely even move your legs and kick and run, so as you can see, they're starting very, very young. And it also comes with early parent involvement. If you start your kid out at the age of 3 playing a sport, they're going to feel more comfortable playing a sport than if they have to come up to you and ask, hey mom or dad, can I go play soccer today? They'll feel better if you involve them early, and then you can let them make the decision whether or not they want to continue playing. So what does the future hold for kids who play sports? It will help a healthier youth and, in turn, a healthier society. As I mentioned before, it decreases the cardiovascular disease, the diabetes, and these kids will be healthier and grow up to be healthier adults, in turn creating a healthier society. Healthy habits are formed early, so they know that if they run and they're active and eating well and playing the sports well, then they'll carry that on. They tend to carry that on through the rest of their lives. They also have a better chance at furthering their education. So with the higher grades that kids who are playing sports get, they can get a better chance into getting into a good school, get an academic scholarship, get an athletic scholarship for playing their sport. And we all know that scholarship money is really, really important when you're going to a school like Rider. And you also have a better chance of success at work. Actually, for my honors thesis, I wrote my paper on the success of Division I athletes after you graduate college, and I found that the athletes made, on average, a higher salary than the non-athlete counterparts of those. So in conclusion, playing sports as a child improves your physical well-being, your mental well-being, and teaches you very critical life lessons and values that you can carry on with you forever. I know that in my own personal experience, I loved playing a sport. I loved going through the whole process from starting from 5 all the way till now, and it was great. And I know that I want the same exact experience for my kid. I want them to experience the sociability. I want them to be healthy. I want them to feel involved. And I hope that I've convinced you all today to want the same for your own children. Thank you.
Present.
Thanks.
Rosanna.
Okay. My question is, do you think the Let's Move initiative is enough in terms of like encouraging them for sports?
I personally do not. I think it's a good step, and I think it's really good coming from the First Lady. I don't think it's enough. I think that we need more, in schools need to get more involved. Elementary schools need to get more involved, middle schools, because playing field hockey, I know that I only started when I was in 7th grade. I wish that I could have started. I know some people, like girls who have started when they were 7 or 8, and I wish that I could have done that. I know camps nowadays offer it, but I think it needs to go younger and younger and get kids more active. Even if it's not a sport, even if it's just an activity or going out and playing with your friends, I think that needs to be more out front.